Also, another major one or another major headline from this G20 summit is India Middle East Europe corridor. Many people are saying this is a counter to China's Belt and Road Initiative. Maybe it is, but this is more of India's version of a Belt and Road Initiative, you can say. It's not necessarily there to counter China, but it is there to increase trade of India. This is primarily for Indian benefits rather than countering China. We have other things to do. We have our economy to grow. This is not just about China. I think for the United States it is. United States they'll think, oh yeah, we have our own corridor. You get your own corridor, we get our own corridor. That's maybe what United States and maybe even Europe is thinking. But this is more about India and Middle East rather than countering China. So this corridor, many people have praised this corridor, but also many people are criticizing and dismissing this corridor. Yeah, this is whatever. This is not Belt and Road Initiative and whatnot. Again, this is about India. This is not about countering China. This is about establishing a trade route to Europe. India cannot establish a traditional Silk Road style trade route to Europe because of Pakistan occupied Kashmir, and India is locked out of Central Asia because of Pakistan occupied Kashmir. And India has to find other routes to go to Europe. And also, even if Pakistan occupied Kashmir comes back under Indian control, comes back to India, there's still Turkey, which will not allow India. So forget about this traditional Central Asian corridor to Europe. It has to go through Middle East or West Asia. There's no other option. For a safe route, for a safe trading route, it has to go through West Asia, not Turkey. So I think many people were dismissing this is not Belt and Road Initiative. Many pro-China people, but also many anti-China people were dismissing this. This is not counter to Belt and Road Initiative. This doesn't matter. Well, if it improves logistics, if it improves supply chains, then yes, it matters. If it improves infrastructure and trading route, yes, it matters. This is not an alternative to Belt and Road Initiative as what many Western people are thinking. Many pro-Western or pro-Chinese Western people are thinking. This is not about countering China, but this is about establishing a new trading route for India, for Middle East. And it also gives an option to the Europeans. They don't have to just rely on China. They can also trade with India. This is what happened before the Industrial Revolution. Europeans were not only trading with China, the Middle Kingdom, they were also trading with India. In fact, when United States was discovered, people thought they reached India. That's why the Native Americans were called Indians. And when it turned out that this is completely new continent, completely different land, they started calling it Red Indians, and they called it Colombia and America, and what we have right now is North America. And I think with rise of Asia, you will slowly start seeing the world the way it was before the Industrial Revolution in terms of economic power. Of course, the new piece of the puzzle is United States, because it wasn't there on the old world, on the radar of the old world, and there was very little contact of the new world with the old world, almost none. I think the Vikings discovered it and they left, and then Christopher Columbus came in. And this trading route is a part, this India, Middle East, European corridor is a part of re-establishing the old pre-industrial revolution trade. And again, Europeans, when they tried to circumvent the Ottoman Empire to reach India, they went to South Africa. I think it was called Cape of Good Hope or Cape Town. Some cape in South Africa. I think it's Cape of Good Hope. They were going through South Africa. They were circumventing entire African continent and Arabs and Ottoman Empire. And after the collapse of Ottoman Empire, Europeans, particularly the British and the French, were able to build Suez Canal through Egypt as a shortcut of sorts. And that Suez Canal is also being sidestepped because canal is small, and it cannot, I don't think it can handle even more trade, because a lot of ships go through the Suez Canal. And I think the West Asia or Middle East, as it's called in this corridor, will be the new Turkey, I guess you can say, for trade between new Turkey or new Central Asia, for trade between Europe and India. So think about it as a new Turkey or new Central Asia for trade between Europe and India, rather than a counter to China's Belt and Road Initiative.